Hello, this is Michele Knight. This is the astrological update for Sagittarius for the whole of February. This month is incredibly important. I believe all of our souls have waited for this moment, and it's a moment of great spiritual awakening. And that's because Neptune is going into Pisces, which is where it lives, and it affects each of the different sun signs in a different way. Although I believe it's so important that perhaps you should get a full chart done and look what it means to you on a deeper level. Going back to your sun sign though, it affects your fourth house of family and home, and it kicks in on the 3rd. Now it's going to be there for a number of years, but it brings you a whole different awakening when it comes to your family and your home, and you're suddenly very compassionate, very open, very forgiving. You sense what your soul connection is with each of the members of your family and the people that live in your home. Also, you may want your home to reflect your spiritual side, or you may want to live by the sea or by water, but you want it to flow. You want it to be a temple of love, a place where people can feel comfortable. You might find that people come into your home and they're asking your advice, but you're feeling very loving, very tuned in. Neptune in Pisces reminds us that we are all one consciousness here on earth, and we're only separated for us to bring about our unique soul awakening. Now, as a Sagittarius, you're very philosophical anyway. You have a great love of humanity, and it's as if you can really come into that energy more. Now, bear in mind, it can make people have lack of boundaries, or the shadow side is it can just make you overindulge. So it could be that you might want to buy somewhere because it feels like your dream home, but you're not being very realistic about it. Keep your feet on the ground when anything to do with family or home comes into it. Now, what else? A lot of things are happening this month, actually. We have a full moon in your 9th house coming up on the 7th, and Saturn turns retrograde in your 11th house. Now, the full moon is going to make you feel very adventurous and very outgoing, and also it's going to open you up to seeing what your friends bring to you and what you bring to your friends. Now, with Saturn retrograde, you may want to restructure some friendships. You have a Venus going into your 5th house, and that's squaring Pluto. And this is really interesting because we also have Venus going into your 5th house, and it's conjuncting Uranus. So on the one hand, it's conjuncting Uranus, bringing in something unexpected when it comes to your love life, maybe that friend. And on the other hand, Venus is squaring? Yeah, Pluto. So it's like there's a big transformation when it comes to your relationships. Could the two be connected? If you're single, you could meet someone out of the blue, very unexpected. But Pluto is also saying to you, because Pluto's in the 2nd house, how secure are you? What does security mean to you? How are your finances? How are your finances within a relationship if you're in a relationship? It's urging you to ask some quite deep-rooted questions. We've also got a new moon on the 21st in your 4th house, and that's conjunct Neptune, trine Saturn. So basically that's saying to you, this is it, baby. This is when the doors and the veil is lifted, and you really step into what I was talking about with Neptune. And that's when you see things as they really are. It's exciting, it's interesting, it's unexpected. I've even found this unexpected, but that's the kind of month you're having. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.